together. You just kind of have to.
It'll drive you into some nasty
Yellow,
habits.
thank you for the bit. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Hey, it worked without the weird echo this time. I think I have it fit. Lordy Lord. Hey, I appreciate that. If there is anything in the world that I know how to do, and there's anyone else there that doesn't yet know how to do it, I will show you how to do it. I'm not going to put a course or a Patreon exclusive lesson. I'll put Patreon exclusive content like, oh, if you're one of my Patreon people, here's a download of a cartoon I made or whatever. But as far as knowledge, you know, that shit that's better than owning a Lamborghini. You know, I do own a Lamborghini. Murcielago. But you know what's better than owning a Lamborghini? Knowledge. No, I don't own a Lamborghini. Like I said, I own a $6,000 pickup truck from the 90s that I've had for 20 years. You know what's better than owning a Lamborghini? Knowledge. Man. I don't know if I've ever even seen a Lamborghini in real life. If you really want to devote yourself to a project, suffer through your shitty fast food job, bag those groceries, and when you come home from work, get the fuck away from everyone around you. Go hide in your basement or your man cave or woman cave or whatever and get some fucking work done. If you've got an eyeball on a good thing and you think it's gonna be great when it's done, get it the fuck done. Whatever it is you want to do it. Don't go online and make memes about how you're too depressed or too unmotivated to do said thing. Like, yeah, depression's funny now. Depression's a meme. Oh, lol, hashtag depressed, hashtag no motivation. You know, it sucks. People get depressed. People get demotivated. But, you know, get the shit done. Let it become like an obsessive, exclusive, one-person treehouse, no one else allowed kind of thing. Like the intro to some ominous cartoon about some creepy villain guy, like, now I'm home, I'm going down the stairs into my basement, creating my strange evil things, or whatever. Like just you've got to be that person. Like, I'm done bagging groceries and eating Karen's shit. I'm home to do my secret project that's going to be awesome when it's done. Yeah, that was my life in Chicago. Come home, soak my feet from where I've been walking and crawling through air ducts and hot roofs all day. Time to make animated fan fictions that someone on YouTube might enjoy. Yeah, you've got to become that person. If you have the talent, if you don't work on it, you know, but if you have that talent and if you can make a 5-second cartoon that people think is funny, make a 10-second cartoon. And then make a 30-second cartoon. And then make a whole minute one day. Fuck it. Yeah, buckle down. come home from your shitty minimum wage job and relax, soak your sore limbs in Epsom salts, and get to fucking work. Not everyone can fart on a bowl of macaroni and make $1 million. Sometimes people can do that. They can make some goofy shit on YouTube that explodes and like, I don't, yeah, the news is interviewing. I don't know what happened. Just one day I became famous because I farted on a bowl of macaroni and it became a meme. Don't wait on that. Yes, it's possible, but like, make something, you know. My things take forever to make. I wish I went with like a faster model of cartoon, but a part of me wants to slap me when I say something like that and be like, nope, you're doing what you need to be doing. Get the work done. What is I Like Turtles Kids' net worth? I've gone to those websites, the ones that measure famous YouTuber net worth. They are horribly over-exaggerated. I know some YouTubers are like, yeah, that thing says I'm worth $3 million. I barely make like $20K a year off of my YouTube videos. I don't know, maybe they overestimate it to give them a good chance when they present their resume or something. According to this website, my net worth is way higher than it is. I don't know. But seriously, if you've got some kind of project you want to work on, don't sit there and make memes about how you're so unmotivated and how you're depressed and boo-hoo. Like, LOL, I know, right, guys? Isn't this, like, so unlit? Like, no, fucking do it. You want to work on a thing, but oh no, homies on Second Life want me to come and play Spin the Bottle. No, get the fucking work done. Tell them you got to work on something. Take pride in your friends joshing you and dogging on you for spending too much time on your personal projects. My buddy, Too Much Dynamite. He and even my man Greg, like every day, like I'm like, hey, come hang out with me. Oh, sorry, Fred, I've got to work on my comic book like a scrub. Or oh, hey, I've got to work on my next, comic strip post on my website like a scrub. And I'm like, you scrub working on your stuff and being productive and doing the right thing. What a dork, right? I mean, yeah, I do give them shit for doing it, but it's playful, sarcastic shit. I wouldn't have it any other way. You could be one of those people that's like, well, fine, I guess I'm just gonna slash me pads away slowly, looking behind himself one last time. Don't do that shit. Let people get their work done. Slash me walks away slowly, ... No, get in there and get the work done. Quit making memes about how people should feel sorry for you. And some people, like I said, it's not like done for sympathy or anything. Some people are just, born into believing that it's just great and funny and it's a meme to be depressed and demotivated. Don't let that be the reason why you don't work on something. Like, oh, well, I could work on it, but at least I'm being a meme, right? Like, no, get that shit done. If you got something you're wanting to do, set a goal to do it for a week. 1 hour every day, every week. Half an hour every day, every week. And if you can't do that, yeah, you've got some bigger problems than being depressed or demotivated. It took me a long, long time to get to where I realized that all I needed was a tiny little bit of self-injected confidence and the affirmation of 1,000 people. well, I mean, honestly, when I got the Patreon, it was more than enough evidence that, like, hey, people like this, people want you to do this. Get your head out of your ass and start working on this cartoon, because you're going to be making a little money with your streams. Like, when I finally realized that that was real and I didn't have to clean shit out of toilets in a gas station, yeah, that will motivate you real quick. Then I know some people that'll get a Patreon and then they'll just be like, oh, I've got money coming in. And they just keep sitting on a bunch of ass. And then their Patreon gets more and more lukewarm because they're not updating anything or not working on anything or providing any evidence that they're working on something. You know, make a proof of concept. I'm not talking about 3 pictures. I mean, bust your ass, work on something for like a month and make a really, really good, free, very hard worked on proof of concept for a thing, and put it out there and be like, here's what I did in a couple of weeks working my ass off. It's possible. I mean, the bar is set pretty low. There are people who are famous for just watching other people's videos. It's not that hard to be appealing. But I would recommend trying to find something that is rare. Keep look for some twist on something that someone's never done before. If you're just, I want to be a reaction video star, I want to review video games, like, you can do that, but keep in mind that is like the new 90s garage band. When I was a kid in like the 80s and 90s, like, everyone wanted to be in a garage band. I'm going to start a band and we're going to sing about how the government sucks and we're going to get really famous and get on MTV. It's the exact same thing as that, but now it's like, I'm going to make a reaction video channel, or I'm going to be a video game reviewer, and I'm going to get on Twitch and YouTube and be real famous. It's no different. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to do that, but don't pigeonhole yourself. If you think you could do something a little more high effort, I'm not insulting any reaction channels, but let's face it, designing an AI robot takes a little more effort than putting a webcam on you while you watch a Star Wars trailer. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But find what you want to do, find out what level of effort that you want to put in. Some people want to put in less effort. Some people want to be like, I want to make something really quick and make money off of it. Then if you want to do quick stuff, you got to stay on top of current events and make cartoons and clips and recordings and impressions of shit that's going on in regular life. Do the Vine format. Like, that's kind of what I did when I first started making videos. I would just make like funny videos cutting back and forth between different versions of myself and things. This is before YouTube, but a lot of that stuff is really popular. Make a YouTube channel, you know, where you put on a dress and go, excuse me? And then you take the dress off and put on like a Terminator costume, and then you move the camera and go over there and be like, you will not excuse the, yeah, like, you know, making silly skit videos where you cut back and forth between different costumed versions of yourself. If you're really good at that kind of shit, and your friends tell you like, holy shit, you should make skits and stuff, give it a try and see where it goes. Find what makes people laugh. And if you want to go the route of creating things and like a long-term project, you've got to stay on it. Don't sit on the fucking internet and make memes about how you're depressed and how you're unmotivated and go, LOL, I know, right? Like, don't do that. Find a way to get around it. I mean, if that's your way to cope with it, that's cool, but, you know, you could be spending that time a little bit better. There's a lot of people in my Discord, they're like 16, 17, and 18, and they say the same thing. Like in high school, it is like a meme now, like a big hardcore meme to talk about, you know, LOL, depression, right? Haha, I don't feel like doing shit but staring at a wall, LOL. You know, and it's sad. I'm not saying that people aren't actually depressed and motivated, but you have to fight it. You have to actually, instead of sitting there and just being like, yeah, it is, you know, what can I do? You know, sometimes you got to slap yourself in the face and be like, dude, toughen up a little bit, do something about it, go make something, start a project, become that weird eccentric guy that says, sorry, friends, I'd love to go drink Jaeger bombs with you at the Midtown bar, but I've got things to do. And you got your little Tales from the Crypt theme song that plays as you know, hobble down into your weird butter troll basement and make funny cartoons in Toon Boom or VR chat avatars for people. You've got to find something to put that time into other than making memes about how you don't ever get anything done and sitting around and feeling sorry for yourself. I'm not scolding anyone. I'm just telling you how I used to act 10 years ago. That shit is real. I've been there. Anything that I make fun of people for doing or getting onto people, you know, as a group or whatever, it only means that I used to do that and I don't do it anymore, and I've seen the good side of it or of not doing it. I'm not trying to be like, I never did this. I was like, no, I did this like hardcore, and it's a bad idea. When you start getting into your 30s, you're going to start measuring things in time. Is this a waste of my time? Is this person a waste of my time that's trolling me? You sit there and go, I've got to get at this person because that's important to me. Or you can go, holy shit, random person on the internet. I don't even know their name. I'm never going to meet them. I am in my 30s. My life is almost half over. It could be more than half over. I've got more important things to do than argue on Twitter and Instagram with strangers. Don't waste your life doing that shit. We are moss on a rock hurtling through infinity. And you want to sit on the internet and argue about, you know, if this is this or if this makes someone upset or I don't know what to do. I'm going to sit here and watch YouTube. Be the guy on the Discord that goes, oh, did you see the new funny video? And when people are like, did you know this guy? Do you know anything about this guy? Well, he just, I don't know. He sits in Discord and sends funny YouTube video links all day. You want to like be on your deathbed holding the hands of your grandchildren going, oh, I lived a good life. I made a lot of memes and watched a lot of good videos and linked them to people. Like, is that going to be your legacy? Don't, you know, I'm not saying don't watch YouTube. You know, recreation is a great thing, winding down, whatever, but don't spend your life just, you know, mindlessly thumbing through social media and looking for the next funny video. Get down there in that basement and be that weird reclusive thing that makes hilarious content on YouTube if you want to. Don't stagnate. Sorry, I don't mean to be preachy tonight, but you know, sometimes everyone likes you. Yeah, I agree with that. Like Interview with the Vampire, but Interview with the Shit Poster. Christian Slater. Yeah, I heard you guys are, really sensitive to r/pol. I very much enjoy gazing at r/pol. Nobody seen Interview with the Vampire? Come on. I need to see that. I haven't seen Interview with the Vampire since God, I was like 12. Oh no! That's what I gotta listen to all day. Yeah, don't eat too many sweets. Don't fall too deep into vices. Make good content. Spend less time feeling sorry for yourself and spend more time feeling mad that you're not a better person. Quoting American Gods, angry gets shit done. Get angry that you've wasted as much time as you have. That's what I had to do. I got a little bit, I got like 31 or 32. And, I got upset. I was like, I've got to do something. It wasn't like a one-day thing where you hear, Reba McEntire's Fancy playing in the back of your head and you go out and run a mile and get your shit together. It's a slower process. But confidence, it is like you cannot explain confidence to someone who doesn't have it. They have to get some themselves and go, holy shit, this is what I've been missing for all of my child and young adult life. I had zero confidence in myself. I had gumption. I could get out and be a garbage man or a pest control guy. I could, have my boss talk to me and say, oh, the customer you're going to go spray the bugs at, we made a big mistake, and she's going to scream at you. And she's going to call you names and talk to you like a dog. If you don't want to do the job, I'll send someone else because it wasn't your fault. And I'm like, no, I'll do it. Like, I just needed the work. And then after a while, I started to realize my self-importance. Like, I can actually do this stuff. Or even if you can't yet do this stuff, if you have the ability to learn how, you really, really should. Spend that time. Get the fuck off of Valheim. Get the fuck out of that gravity bong. And get a little bit of work done. Doesn't mean you can't smoke weed. Doesn't mean you can't, find silver in Valheim and fight Motor one day. Or even Yagluth. But spend a little less time doing that stuff and a little more time, learning something. Learn a language. I got really sad one day and was listening to Russian music and was like, man, I want to learn Russian. I'm going to finally do it. I've wanted to learn Russian for a long time, and just a little bit of time every day. And this is after I've already got a project, the Fox and Space stuff, and just decided, like, I'm going to learn Russian. And now, a year later of doing a tiny little bit of Russian every day, I can have small, tiny conversations with people in Russian. I can read Russian perfectly. Even if it's a word I don't know, I may not know which letter is going to be stressed in the Russian word, but I can read it. I can look at Russian Cyrillic writing and read it just as fast as English. Just, I could do that a couple of months in. It doesn't take that long, but the best example I can think of is find a video game that you have put thousands of hours into and made no money off of, and just think to yourself, what else could I have done with those thousands of hours? I may not have gotten the dopamine hit that I was looking for, but what could I have done with that much time? It'll make you mad. It'll make you mad sometimes. Don't be ashamed. I've got a couple games on my Steam list that have a couple thousand hours into them. And that's cool if you stick with that and learn sign language, which is fucking awesome, by the way. Good for you for doing that. That can, if you keep going at it and honing it to a sharper edge, you can make money off that. I'm not saying making money off deaf people. I'm just mean you can find a job if you keep doing that. If I keep it Russian and learn Russian language really good, that's some, side jobs that open up for me. Maybe I'll find some Russian animator that likes my stuff, and they get psyched out when they hear I'm learning Russian, and they're like, dude, I don't care if you're from redneck Tennessee, I would like you to try to do your best Russian voice in my cartoon, something. Even if I didn't even make any money off of it, that's still networking. That's still making connections and a little thing that you can scratch down in your list of accomplishments. The more that those accomplishments build, you're gonna find a lot more opportunities and stuff for things that you can do. Just don't, look back in 5 years and go, what did I do? Well, I linked a lot of my friends, a lot of funny YouTube videos and shit posts. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But, leave a legacy bigger than just sitting on social media all day and directing traffic. You are worth so much more than that. Have a good night, Zeeb. No hard feelings. Being a hyena and all. Anyhow. Yeah, for real, though. Have a good night.